is down as Peyton swings to the outside and hammers somebody, is knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field. Here come fans onto the field. Clock still shows 2 seconds.
The game can't end on a defensive penalty. And those cops and those horses aren't doing a very good job of keeping these fans off.
Still 2 seconds on the clock. They called a delay of the game penalty. Now they say it's over. They say it's over. And that's a wise choice, a wise decision.
For the safety of everyone. Look at this play. Woo!
San Francisco 23. The Chicago Bears nothing. Mike Ditka being escorted off the field. He's trying to come over to say hello to Bill Walsh. I don't think you'll make it now. Yes, he does. Finesse and force. The finesse was disguised as execution and good coaching. And San Francisco wins it 23-0.
Technology is taking over the world. You can keep up with it, or you're going to be left behind. That's why I joined the Army.
From microchip circuitry to laser technology, the world's largest school for high-tech skills is the Army.
Bravo, go active. Bravo, lock, 05. I don't intend to get left behind.
Find your future in the Army.
There's no better way to end a perfect day than to head for the best beer you can find.
Welcome to Miller Time.
At Miller High Life, we begin with nature's finest ingredients. Then we brew our beer so it contains no additives, no preservatives, so nothing comes between you and the taste of just pure beer.
Welcome to Miller Time.
No company can simply deliver a computer and feel it has delivered on the promise of office automation. At Wang, we provide service and support along with our computers so that the people who use them will always be able to perform to their fullest potential. Wang, we put people in front of computers.
Form that follows function. Optimal thrust, intelligence, elegance. Every inch, every edge, engineered to perfection. The shape of things to come has come. The Audi 5000S, sedan, wagon, turbo. Audi, the art of engineering.
Scene as you would expect at Candlestick Park. The 49ers have shut out the Bears 23-0. The Bear defense, I guess you'd have to say, John, just had to stay on the field too long.
It was too long, and then they finally get worn down, and the defense can only do so much. You need something from your offense, and it's really a tribute to this 49er defense. They really shut them out all day in all areas.
49er defense had 9 sacks as you look at the crowd scene. I hate to call it a mob, but that's what it is as they start to rip up the turf and take off their souvenirs. Get them home. You like dirt? You can have some.
That's right. Just take it home with you. That will be a reminder of this 1984 San Francisco 49er team.
Well, the 49ers, with the best record in pro football, didn't let anybody down. We'll be back with more from the locker rooms and from the champions in a minute.
Bill, you used a dandruff shampoo on Tuesday?
And my dandruff's back on Thursday.
Well, maybe what you've got isn't ordinary dandruff.
Ask your doctor. Flaking and itching could be signs of eczema, seborrhea, or psoriasis. Try Tegrin medicated shampoo. It penetrates to the scalp to loosen and wash away flakes. Medicates the scalp to help control flaking and itching with regular use. Tegrin medicated shampoo in original or herbal.
The essence of hitting. George Brett.
Some guys say it's the rhythm, reading the pitch. For me, it's a feeling that says I'm going downtown.
The essence of shaving.
This is Atra by Gillette. It pivots so the twin blades stay on your beard longer. But what Atra is all about is the feeling that says you just got Gillette's best shave.
Gillette, the essence of shaving.
Introducing Gillette Foamy Gel. The gel that gives you more than any other gel. More lubricants. Better beard setup. More lubricants. Smooth takeoff. More lubricants. For the closeness and comfort you want in a shave, get Gillette Foamy Gel. The gel that gives you more.
Next here on CBS, of course, 60 Minutes, except on the West Coast, where we'll be seen at its regularly scheduled time. And with me, one of the men of the hour of that great defensive unit, Dwayne Board of the San Francisco 49ers. And Dwayne, was there a feeling in the build-up for this game that you guys were so overlooked in all the talk about Chicago?
Yeah, we knew that. It seems like our defense were the underdogs, and everybody was talking about the Chicago defense. And today, we went out to prove to everybody in the world that, the San Francisco has a defense too. And, it's great to shut a team out, down the stretch in the playoffs. But, you got to give it to our offense. They went against the best and did that job.
All right, Dwayne, congratulations. And, of course, speaking of the offense, here is the quarterback, Joe Montana. Joe, it was kind of tough for you in the first half of that game.
Well, yeah, they're a very tough defense, and they've given a lot of people problems. I had a couple problems that really cost us early in the game, but finally we settled down and just took it to them as much as we could, and they're a very physical team, very good.
Joe, what do you think the key was for the 49ers to win this game?
I think we handled what we call the 20-flop defense as good as anyone has handled it. They're a good team, but they stopped us on occasion, but we just kept plugging, and our defense probably one, as I see it, the best defense on the field today.
All right, Joe, and of course here you are on the roll, and as Pat Summerall said, no one in the league can throw better on the move than number 16, and there is that pass to Freddie Solomon.
Freddie was going to run it out, and the guy sat outside of him, so he hooked inside and then slid out. It was a good adjustment by Freddie and great protection as I had all day.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Congratulations, and of course the 49ers are now looking forward to the Super Bowl, and the architect of their triumph is Bill Walsh. And Bill, you even had some veer plays. You didn't even block on some of the defensive ends when you hit Wendell Tyler on that play to the right side. That was one of the big plays you had in the first half.
Well, it was a great play for us, and it was about the only thing we could find to move against that defense. But I really gratified the fact that we dealt with that defense effectively, and we'd heard for some time that we couldn't.
All right, at the other end of the line now, down in Coral Gables, is the man you're about to match up with, Coach Don Shula. And Don, we want to send along our congratulations on what you did with the Dolphins today against Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
That was a great game, Don. We saw part of it. That offense is unbelievable.
Well, we're looking forward to being out there. The two best teams, after all this time, Bill, the two best teams with the two best records are going to go after each other.
That's how it should be. That's
right.
Be looking forward to seeing you.
Let me ask both of you this. Who's going to be favored? Will it be Shula or will it be Walsh?
Well, I got to think 45 points. It's got to be favored for somebody.
Yeah, but it's in Bill's backyard. I know exactly how far he has to go for practice. And then Stanford, he used to coach at Stanford. And, of course, he knows the ins and outs of that stadium.
Of course, you have those Burger Kings in the San Jose area. You're out here more than I am.
Tell tell me about Mark Clayton, Don. He got nicked a bit in the game. Is he going to be all right? And how did you come out of it physically against the Steelers?
Mark Clayton hurt his shoulder. He's going to have an arthrogram, and we'll know a lot more tomorrow morning. We're hoping that he's going to be okay. Aside from that, I think physically we got out in pretty good shape.
All right. Congratulations again, Coach Shula, and we look forward to seeing you at the Super Bowl. And again, Bill,
thank you.
Marvelous job with the 49ers. You go back for the second time, too.
We're looking forward to it.
Now, there's a man on the losing effort who brought the Chicago Bears into this championship game. He's standing by with Irv Cross, so let's go to Irv in the Bear locker room.
Brent, of course, a series of questions everybody has in their minds, I guess, on Mike. He came in here with a highly vaunted defense, the best running game in football, and the 49ers just simply shut it down. Your assessment?
Yeah, I just would like to commend the 49ers organization, their coaching staff, and the players. They beat us. They took it to us and beat us. We have no excuses. We knew we were playing a fine football team, and they proved that they were a much better football team than we were today. I take a lot of the blame because I really think that, we got away from things we wanted to do too early, but they're an excellent football team, and I wish Bill and his team all the success in the world. We got a lesson today.
Where do you take this football team from here? Do you kind of start all over and rebuild, or do you think this is a building step?
No, we're okay. In football, either you teach or you learn. We learned today, and, it'll be valuable to us in the future. We'll be a better football team next year. We just got to go to work on some basic things that we didn't do very well this year, and we're going to throw the ball a little bit better. That's all. Protect, and that should help us.
Mike, the football team, of course, learned in this ball game. I guess you learned something, too, as a head coach, being in a championship game for the very first time and going against a guy like Bill Walsh.
Well, I think Bill did a great job, as I said. They came out attacking, and they attacked, and that's what football is all about. It's a war, and if you attack the other guy and keep him off balance enough, you usually make something good happen, and that's what they did today. And I just have to give them all the credit in the world, but we will be back. Believe me, we will be back.
Thanks for being with us, Mike. Brent.
All right, Irv, thank you very much. We'll continue from the San Francisco 49er dressing room in just a moment.
If anyone can tell you how many cities United flies to, I can. 151. Because every morning, flight after flight lifts off with a load of my sweet rolls. 747, 767, DC-10, New York to L.A., Miami to Seattle. So many flights to so many cities with so many of my sweet rolls. So next time you're in the friendly skies, someone says,
my compliments to the sweet roll man.
You'll know who they're talking about.
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
I'm 32 years old, and I love Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Brave adults are coming forward to challenge the notion that Frosted Flakes is just a kid's cereal.
I know there's a tiger in the box. I like the taste, okay?
Because you loved them as a kid doesn't mean you can't love them as an adult.
One day, our neighbor saw the package on the table.
And we don't even have children.
With that extra crunch in milk, that frosting just right, that taste is great as ever.
Well, they've always been my favorite. So dig in. Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
Philadelphia brand cream cheese is so rich, so creamy, so heavenly sinful, so... I never ate too much. I didn't want to misbehave. Then I found out Philly has only half the calories of butter or margarine. Half the calories! Always has. So now I'll have a little on my muffin on Sunday, my toast on Tuesday, Highway Safety Day, Baltic Pride Week.
Philly cream cheese, half the calories of butter or margarine. You ain't misbehaving.
When it's humid, a lunar eclipse, Suffocare month.
Introducing a computer that can change the way you work. The new Tandy 1000, complete with DeskMate software for easy-to-use word processing, filing, worksheets, scheduling, communication. Brought to you by Tandy, clearly superior for service, support, and software. The Tandy 1000, available at Radio Shack computer centers, and so affordable. Tandy technology, service, and support are clearly superior.
Last year in Soldier Field, the Bears stuffed the 49ers 13-3. The GOAT of that game was this man, Wendell Tyler, who really had a big day, and I think you gained a measure of revenge. Wendell, nice game.
Yes, I did. I had planned to have a good day. My offensive line, they blocked well, and we were able to run the ball.
And here it is, the touchdown play for you.
It was a 14 trap, and I got a block from Guy McIntosh, and I just bounced off a couple people and went on to the end zone.
All right, Wendell, congratulations. Now you finally get to go to the Super Bowl with the 49ers, and how happy you have to have been traded here.
It took me all the time to get to the 49ers to go to the Super Bowl. I just say, praise the Lord.
All right, fine. Now, Terry Bradshaw is standing by live. He is down at Don Shula's home in Coral Gables. And, Terry, you watched the Dolphins today. What do you think about the Super Bowl matchup?
Well, it's going to be kind of an interesting one. I'm very fortunate to be able to say who I think is going to win. When you look at the two teams, Brent, I give the edge in defense to the 49ers, edge in offense to the Miami Dolphins. Two-dimensional offense, and the 49ers in that they can run and throw. And then with Coach Shula's, you have the big gun, Danny Marino. But unlike baseball, where pitching will offset power hitting, I kind of like the Dolphins. I think they're big play offense. The only way you're going to beat them is you're going to have to outscore them. And very few teams have been able to do that. Dolphins.
Sitting down there in Don Shula's living room, I would expect nothing else, right? All right, now let's get somebody in here who's going to tell us, on Greek, who is going to be favored in this game, the 49ers or the Dolphins?
Brent, it's two great teams, two great coaches, but let's not forget that the 49ers are at home. They've been here 7 consecutive weeks now by Super Bowl time. We have to give them the edge by a field goal.
All right, so San Francisco is expected to go into that Super Bowl confrontation a 3-point favorite in that game, and we'll see. It'll be played in 2 weeks, just 25 miles down the road in Palo Alto at Stanford Stadium. I'm Brent Musburger, and on behalf of all of us at CBS Sports, we certainly hope you've enjoyed the NFC Championship as the 49ers are going back to the Super Bowl. They'll take on the Miami Dolphins. So long, everybody.
United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. Nobody knows Hawaii like United. Let the friendly skies bring Hawaii alive.
If you want to know more about the game of football, the Library of Congress suggests these books. The Armchair Quarterback, edited by John Thorne. Paper Lion by George Plimpton. And Vince Lombardi on Football, edited by George L. Flynn. These and many other interesting books are waiting for you in your local library and bookstore. Visit them. They'll be happy to help you read more about it.
This is CBS.
What's the biggest difference between the Volkswagen Vanagon and those new minivans? Well, in the Vanagon, 7 people can take a vacation. And, of course, in a minivan, 7 people can take a vacation. They just can't take very much else. Vanagon. It's not a car. It's a Volkswagen.
See your Greater Bay Area Volkswagen dealer today.
Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve.
People all over the country are asking for a special premium beer.
Henry Weinhardt.
But no one asks in quite the same way. Some shorten the name.
Henry's.
And others don't use it at all.
Give me a Hanks.
Henry's. There are lots of different ways to ask for Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve.
Henry's Premium.
But the folks at the brewery don't really care.
Reserve.
No matter how you ask for it. Bud. We'll just keep making sure you're getting the best beer around.
He is the Minnesota Vikings' all-time leading receiver with 400 catches. Originally drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals out of the University of Oregon,